We are back. Oshkosh Live, powered by Redbird. I am out here in the field meeting awesome people, including one right now we're super excited to share with you. Schmindy, Mindy Lindheim, content creator, Garmin ambassador, pilot. What else am I missing? What else is on the resume?
I'm an aircraft broker. That's my primary career, is helping people buy and sell airplanes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they find you on YouTube and Instagram. Anywhere else cool we can find you?
Yeah, YouTube and Instagram is my main platforms, and I get a lot of clients through that to see that I sell airplanes or maybe see what I'm flying and want to buy something like that. So I get a lot of clients that way.
Awesome. So it's Schmindy with 3 eyes in case you're following at home. So speaking of Instagram, let's start there. I was following your journey here to Oshkosh, which was super entertaining. Felt like a road trip in the sky to me. Tell us a little bit about getting here in your journey. How was it? It looked super fun.
It was awesome. We couldn't have asked for better weather. I was a little concerned because it was the very first time I've ever flown the Fisk Arrival. I've flown into Oshkosh before, but I've always brought airplanes that had to be here really early, so I always skipped the NOTAM. But we had an exciting arrival, the Fisk Arrival, on Friday, and it was busy but not overwhelming, so we fit right in the line and everything was perfect. Got some compliments from the ATC volunteers, so I was a happy girl. Yeah.
So for those who are going to be watching, who know of Oshkosh Air Venture but have not been here, what's the best way to describe it? I see it as like a Bonnaroo of aviation, a Coachella for Class C airspace. How would you describe it?
Yeah, I'm from Florida, Orlando specifically, so I would call it the Disney World for pilots.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how do we even encompass the scale and all of it? It's just massive.
Yeah, I would say if you've never been here before and you want to come, you have to plan to be here multiple days. There's so much to see. There's so much to learn. So many of your favorite content creators and airshow performers to meet. So you've got to come for the whole week.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Schmindy, let's go into, speaking of content creation, saw that you attended a creator gathering yesterday here, which looked super well attended, very engaging. Tell us a little bit about the vibe there. Like what, was it for people to learn or you all to share your stories? Tell us a little bit about the creator gathering.
Yeah, it was a mixed bag of creators that they had at the Stage 8 yesterday. A huge crowd, so thankful for everyone that came out. And we had a lot of creators up on stage, from people who investigate accidents, people like me who fly my airplane around, people who do training and focus on flight training and flight school type stuff. So a lot of different diversity of content creators, and the goal of it was to bring us all together and talk about how we create content, show people a little bit about the behind the scenes on what it takes to be a creator in this space and the hard work that goes into it, and then also allow the crowd to ask us questions throughout the whole time.
What do you think, what was the best question you heard asked yesterday? Anything memorable?
Yeah, there was a lot of questions about how to become a content creator. I think a lot of people have the ability to film and want to film and just don't know where to start. So the best advice that was given yesterday was consistency is key, and just don't worry about perfection. Like, you've got to get stuff out there, and if you're a perfectionist, even like me, it was hard for me to get started because I wanted everything to be absolutely perfect. But if you keep waiting for it to be perfect or have the perfect equipment or the perfect edit or the perfect song, you're never going to get stuff out there.
Yeah. So let's go back to the beginning of your creator journey, because you probably didn't know that then. So you're maybe editing stuff on your phone. You're not like the music or the editing. So tell us about those first days, weeks, months of being a creator. Like, were you committed to it no matter what, or did you get frustrated or worried about the performance and the engagement? Tell us a little bit about where Mindy was at the very beginning of her content creator journey.
That's a great question. I guess I didn't start it with the goal of having a big page. I was just loving flying. That was new to me. I don't come from an aviation background, and I didn't have any friends that were pilots. So this was all just like really fascinating for me. So I wanted to share it, and I wanted my family and friends to see it. And then as it caught on and more people started to see it and engage with it, then I started to pivot into, I want to be a content creator, and I want to help share the knowledge of how to become a pilot, because that was really hard for me. I didn't have a mentor at first, and just sharing with people how to be successful in this space has been really rewarding.
And I would assume you grow that audience, you grow that engagement, your name starts ringing out. You get involved with Garmin. You're an ambassador with them now. Tell us a little bit about that relationship. What's great about it? Maybe something that came out of it that you weren't expecting. Tell us a little bit about the partnership with Garmin.
The partnership with Garmin has been incredible. So my airplane behind us is a 1957 182, and I always joke that the people that built this airplane in the 50s would never imagine or dream of what this airplane is capable of now. And it's just as smart and capable as brand new airplanes that are coming off the line.
Wow. Yeah.
So I love to share that with people. And I guess something unexpected is just the other doors that open through being a partner with a giant like Garmin and the reach that they have. And not only can I promote their products, but they get to promote me as well. So it's a true partnership.
So tell me about a comment or something that showed up on one of your videos or posts where you just got a little bit giddy, whether it was like you were nerding out because of that person's resume or it was a celebrity. Give me a memory of like someone who popped up and you're just like, I can't believe that so-and-so saw this or commented on it.
That's funny. The most recent one that happened was Usain Bolt just liked one of my reels, and I was like, this is a moment. Yeah. And funny enough, it was a reel of me getting G-locked and with the Blue Angels. I got to fly with the Blue Angels, and I took a little nap unexpectedly. So the G's got me, and I went unconscious. So there's this viral video going around of that, and that's the one that he liked.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's intense. So I see your shirt, and I was going to ask you about Chasing Tailwinds, which I know is a travel series you've been working on. Can you share a status update on that? Are there any cool future destinations? Like, what is the status of Chasing Tailwinds right now?
Yeah, this was a fun project me and my husband did together, and it was a way to have a non-technical aviation series come out to help inspire kind of the families of pilots to want to go fly with them and how much fun you can have with your airplane, the destinations you can go do it with. So we created these videos where we'd fly the plane, not talk super nerdy. It wasn't a 080 to join the ILS or anything like that. It was very high level and show like how much fun we had. And then afterwards, we would share our travel itinerary. So if you saw this video and you want to go do it, then you download our one-page sheet and go do it. Go do that with your family, and you don't even have to take the time to plan it. So we really enjoyed making that. They're very time intensive to make them. So we have several episodes out on our YouTube channel, and then we have another 2 filmed, and I think we're going to film another 1 or 2 and release another batch before we decide what's next for us.
So let me ask you about destinations. Like, so what would be on your dream list, and then which one would also be in the dream list, but you think from a difficulty level, it's just a 9 out of 10 difficulty to pull off? Has anything come to mind?
Dream list we really want to fly our airplane to the Bahamas, which is really accessible for us. So that's one we can do. We live in Florida. It's a short hop. It's just, figuring out the customs, and there's a lot of resources online to be able to do all this stuff really efficiently. So we want to go to the Bahamas with the airplane, and then something that we'd love to do is bring our airplane out west and go take it, do some backcountry stuff. That's a little bit out of my envelope, so I'd love to go with someone out there to teach me the ropes of what backcountry really looks like. Because a lot on the East Coast, there's not a lot of backcountry opportunities where we live. So I'd love to go with someone experienced and go out there. And I guess for difficulty, mountains, backcountry, gravel bars, like learning all kind of new stuff. So that would be the more difficult dream list that I'd want to do. Okay.
Well, you mentioned it many times, and it feels like it's only right that Mojo get a little bit of time. So Mindy's plane right behind us. I know you did a quick couple highlights earlier. Tell us a little bit about Mojo. I know you, like you said, you walked through it earlier, but what are some things we need to know about this awesome craft you have here?
So this is my 1957 Cessna 182. It's an A model. Cessna came out with 182s in 1956, so this is only 1 year after they started production on 182s. Yeah. This was actually a barn find. It was found out of Montana. There was a farmer that owned it that used it to check up on his cattle. So he had hundreds of thousands of acres and would fly to go see where his cattle were and check up on them and then come back and land. Because of that, it was very short flights, and so we found this with less than 2,000 hours total time, which is like very, very small time on an old plane like this. and it popped up on Facebook, of all places. We saw it, and we were not in the market for a vintage plane, and we just fell in love with it, and we bought it right away.
Vintage planes on Facebook Marketplace, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of buying opportunity on Facebook. Actually, maybe a lot of people don't know that there's Facebook groups like aircraft for sale and buy, and you can type them in, and like all these big groups will come up. And that's a place that a lot of for sale by owner of like kind of older stuff, vintage stuff, like unique finds. You'll find a lot of stuff like that on Facebook.
Yeah. And I'm an editor at heart, so I have to ask, I know you've been giving away free stickers, and I always like to take free stuff whenever I can. Can I get a few stickers before we leave today? No. Okay.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Well, Shmindy, thank you so much for your time. Before we let you go, again, why don't you tell the good people here at Oshkosh Live where to find you, where all your awesome content is?
So if you want to buy or sell an airplane, look at LoneMountainAircraft.com. All of my details are on there, and you can look through all of our gorgeous airplanes that we have for sale. And then on Instagram and YouTube, you can find me at Shmindy, and I'll be flying this plane on there. I fly Citations on there, Vision Jets, M700 Furies, you name it, it's probably on there.
Thank you, content creator Mindy Lindheim. This is Sean Bean for Oshkosh Live, powered by Redbird.